Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Baka To Basics Anime Awards Show. Here are your hosts, Summers and Jonny.
Thanks, voice. That's totally not me doing a bad announcer impersonation. We are here today to go over the anime
Yep, totally just anime.
we think stood out most in 2023.
Or at least what we saw in 2023.
Jonny, did you not watch 5 new anime this year?
Nope, sure didn't.
This is going to be another Lord of the Rings situation, isn't it?
No, everything that I picked is at least animated.
Alright, well, screw it. On to our first award. The award for Farm Simulator of the Year goes to Vinland Saga Season 2. When Season 2 first debuted this year, I'm sure most people are expecting a bloody continuation of Thorfinn's journey of revenge, but we're instead greeted with Farm Simulator Slave Edition. While the stark change in subject matter likely took many off guard, Vinland Saga rewarded those who stuck with it, giving perhaps the year's most touching story of redemption and self-exploration. This is a long saga, with many winding parts that will not always focus on the immediate brutality that the world presents our characters. But when it does decide to take a turn for the bloody, it makes sure to go for it with everything it's got.
My award for Best 3D Animated Series this year goes to RWBY, Volume 9. I did a video on this earlier this month, and yeah, you can flame me in the comments because I only watched 5 things this year, and 2 of them were very last minute. But this volume is still a very good volume, still top 3 in my opinion, and it's really good. Animation is top notch, like I said in my video. It feels like classic RWBY, but with a higher budget. And everything else is building moments. Now, if they continue that into Volume 10, which hopefully comes out in 2024, we will see if everything was for something or was for naught. But that's nonetheless still a really good volume. I'd recommend you go see it.
The award for Hype Train that actually lived up to the hype of the year goes to Oshinoko. When you become the highest rated anime of all time on MAL after your first episode, you best believe the hype train is charging ahead full throttle. And thankfully for Oshinoko and its fans, the show continued delivered well after the train had left the station. I briefly covered the monumental task Oshinoko accomplished this year in a prior video, but something I neglected to touch on then is just how beautifully paced the show is outside that first behemoth of an episode. Letting your audience breathe after massive information dumps and character revelations is a true skill that many storytellers often fall short of, but every episode neatly continues into the next, all the while allowing for time during the episodes to digest everything happening around us. I really cannot wait for Season 2 coming out in 2024.
My award for the most innovative for its time goes to Last Exile. This show came out in 2003. I didn't finish it, but after doing a little bit of research, I'm probably going to go back and finish it because it was one of the shows that first introduced 3D animation as a object in a series, in the planes and the fighting. That's my award for the most innovative of its time.
The award for Harry Potter ripoff J.K. Rowling could only dream of creating goes to Mashal, Magic and Muscles. Does Mashal take a great amount of influence from the world of Harry Potter? Yes. Is that a bad thing? Hell no. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery or something like that, and Harry Squatter over here took everything we love about the wizarding world and made it into a gut-busting comedy. I personally binge-watched this show with my best friend when he was visiting over the weekend a couple months ago, and I cannot tell you how long we laughed when possibly the greatest moment of the anime world's version of equality happened right in front of our very own Muggle eyes.
My award for Best Anime of 2023 Series goes to Frieren. It's really good. If you haven't seen it, what more can I say? It ticks all my boxes. Good animation on a subject that I actually care about, like Dungeons and Dragons. Me and my friends play a lot, and I get a lot of the references. Tells a good story of an elf and really shows how time can just fly by. Not to mention flashbacks and all that other fun jazz. I quite enjoyed the show. That's why it gets my best anime of 2023. Definitely not because I only watched 5 things this year.
The award for Best Story Arc about impotence goes to Moku Tensai Season 2. This show is the definition of don't watch this in public, because while the animation is gorgeous, the story is complex and well thought out, its main character can at times be a bit of a turn-off to many. This season, however, follows a very interesting plotline of Rudius learning to get back up on his feet after having everything continuously ripped away from him. It shows his personal growth and dives deeper into the mystery of his reincarnation into another world, and expands upon the cast at a steady pace, increasing the world building of the show. And also, it follows his sudden impotence as he looks for a way to get his little guy back into action. While on the surface it's a very silly plotline, Moku Tensai takes this as a chance to explore other parts of Rudius' psyche after a traumatic event. His previous self would have never gotten back on his feet, but this new improved version of him, while unhappy at times, is making an effort to contribute to society and the friends that he now has around him.
My award for Best Anime Movie of 2023 goes to Suzume. I know this thing came out in 2022, but I watched it in 2023, but it gets my award. Anyway, this was my introduction to Mr. Shinkai's work. I think I said that right. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful story matched with beautiful animations and a beautiful work of art. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I'm trying to keep this short and brief and not to spoil anything, but I highly recommend it, and I'm happy that I saw it, and I want to see more of his work.
The award for Best WTF Isekai Idea goes to We're Born as a Vending Machine in Another World. That's right, the Vending Machine anime gets one of my awards of the year. While this show isn't really groundbreaking in any way, the animation is solid, and the premise is actually very funny, used in a way to show the many types of vending machines and coin-operated devices commonly found in Japanese culture. This was my turn-off-your-brain show of the year, where the plot didn't really interest me as much as how our vending machine boy would find a new and creatively wacky way to solve the problems this fantasy world threw at him. In the end, the show's closing credits put it best.
Being reborn as a vending machine to wander the dungeon in another world is a ridiculous premise. But after everything I've been through and meeting a bunch of new people, I think I'd like to keep living this kind of life. See you next time.
My final award, and this one goes to Best Musical, Metalocalypse, The Army of the Doomstar. Yes, Metalocalypse, the best musical that I saw in 2023. Oh, so good. I was a fan of the show, and I heard that the movie was coming out, and I just had to watch it, and I'm just happy that I did. If you're a fan of metal music and dark humor, you would really enjoy this movie. Yeah, there's some bits that you probably would not understand if you didn't watch the show. But as an overall movie, it's good. I quite enjoyed it. The music was top-notch. Brendan Smalls knows what he's doing. And I highly recommend the movie. Just treat yourself and go watch it.
Finally, the award for Best Story Ever Told in Anime. Attack on Titan Final Season. 13 years. 13 years after it was first put to page, Attack on Titan has come to its dramatic close. Whether you watched and read from the beginning, jumped in later on, or are still watching along at your own pace to catch up to the finale, This masterpiece, yes, masterpiece, did something many shows only dream of doing. It finished what it started. All along the way, it made us cheer, scream, weep, and appreciate the art that was being made in front of us. While its ending may have not been perfect for everyone, no one can deny the pure magic we witnessed over these past 13 years. Thank you, Hajime Isayama, for this devastatingly wonderful journey that you have taken us all on, and I personally can't wait to see what you have in store for us next.
Thank you all for an amazing 2023. This channel has grown so much, and none of it can be done without you, the viewer.
The community we are building here at Baka To Basics has been amazing, and we both can't wait to continue to grow as a channel and anime fans with all of you in 2024. I've been Summers.
And I've been Jonny.
And we'll see you next year when class is back in session.